Hey guys, Christina here, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a review of a set of 40 really affordable alcohol markers I found on Amazon. The name of the markers is Touchliit, and the reviews on Amazon were pretty positive and the price was unbelievably good for the amount of colors you're getting, so I decided to give them a try and let you know what I think about. The markers arrived a few weeks after I ordered them and they were well packaged. They came in their own black case, which when you feel it you can tell it's not the absolute best of qualities, but it is actually super convenient for storing the markers, and I love that I can just pull the lid back and I have easy access to everything and I can see all the colors and it keeps them nice and organized, so it's very handy. So if we have a close look at the markers all together, at a first glance you can tell that the color range looks to be very comprehensive. You get colors from each color family and it looks like you get at least 3 shades of each. If we look at an individual marker, I have to say that the barrel feels very nice in my hand. The plastic's nice and glossy and it feels pretty much the exact same way the plastic of a Copic feels. The barrel feels a lot more expensive than what I paid for the markers, so I'm actually very pleasantly surprised. The only part of the marker barrel that is a bit of a letdown is the color swatch at both ends. The name and number is written on the cap, but it's sort of printed, it's not really engraved, so it's put on there in a similar way to the Spectrum Noir markers, which would mean that over time we're running a chance of that name and number rubbing off the cap. So I would put stickers with the color number on both ends of the marker. So let's talk about the nibs of the marker. The markers come with a bullet and a chisel tip, and as with pretty much all other brands, you have grey line on the barrel to indicate the bullet tip. If we look at that tip next to a Spectrum Noir and a Pro Marker tip, we can see that all three of them look pretty much identical, and there isn't really a need to compare the tip to a Copic, since Copics have brush tips and it's very different from a bullet tip. When I tried the Touchliit marker for the first time, I personally thought it felt very similar to a Pro Marker tip, and it was not gliding quite as smooth as a Spectrum Noir marker, but once again, so far we're still kind of talking about superficial qualities and we haven't really talked about the ink in the marker. For the purpose of this video, I prepared color swatch chart and I tried to divide the markers in color families based on the colors of their caps. I have to say that the colors do look a bit different on paper, which is the case for all markers pretty much, to be honest, so always do color charts to refer to when you're using your markers. Don't trust the colors that are printed on the cap. I still think there is a nice variety of colors in this set, a lot of beautiful shades that would work very well together, and the markers were very smooth over the marker paper actually. And if you look really close at the swatch, you can see some of the marker tip lines in some of the colors, but with others you can't. So now that we have swatched the colors, let's see how they perform on actual drawing, because that's the real test. I decided to go for a portrait, so that way we could test at least one skin tone combination, and also I wanted to add some pinks and purples because there are some of the colors that are most difficult to blend. For the roses in the flower crown, I was using 3 different shades: dark, middle tone and light pink. And I think when you're working with bullet tip markers, your best bet in most cases is to start with your darker shade and work from dark to light, because that gives you the opportunity to go over the parts where the 2 shades meet with the lighter color, and that will give you a smoother blend. When it comes to skin, I personally like to work from light to dark, but again, that's a personal preference. I need to mention that in this particular artwork, the skin tone was the only part I've kind of struggled with, because I was trying to lay down a large layer of flat color and then add shadows on top of this, but this again is just the way that I do things, so maybe your experience won't be the same. But if I was to start my marker collection all over again, and this was the first set that I've purchased. My next purchase would have been a set of skin tones from Pro Markers. I really like that particular set a lot, and I'm gonna leave a link in the description of this video to the exact set that I'm using. It covers a wide range of skin tones from paler to darker, so it's a nice variety of colors. But with the set that of Touchliit markers and the set of Pro markers, they'll get you they'll get you going, and they'll take you a long way, and you'll be able to do what I'm able to do with my Copics and my Spectrum Noir markers. So that will be a good investment in my opinion. Overall, I'm very impressed with the markers. They're a very affordable way to start and learn how to blend and how colors work together. Quality-wise, they're not on the same level as Copics, but I wouldn't have expected for them to be. It wouldn't be realistic based on the price for the set. But I think for what you're paying, you're getting a really good product, and I really don't see a major downfall to them, really. I think they're pretty good markers, especially if you're a beginner. And I really hope you guys found this video helpful. Let me know what you think of the markers in the comments down below, and if you've used them before, let me know what your experience has been. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.